Good morning, everyone. Welcome along. Welcome to Steelhorse Station. We are here on Newlands today. So I hope everybody's set for a good day. We've got plenty to do as spring comes to the end. I need to keep the caffeine levels up so that I can pay attention to what I'm doing. But welcome along to those that are up early like me or still up late like those in the UK. And where are we here? Let's just take stock. So got a few things to do. We're in May, so far and away the most important activity today is to get the corn into the fields over here. And to that end, I cut the grass, as you can see, during the week. So I was just, whoops, let's try turning that on so we can collect some bales here. It's not the world's largest bale collection trailer, but it'll get the bales off here soon enough. At some point in the future, we will get a bigger baler, which would be nice. And we'll be able to make some bigger bales. But this shouldn't take too many trips. It's not too far across to the bale store. But yes, we'll get the corn planted. And then we've got a bunch of animals to sell, and that's probably going to be the determinant on. Now, can we nudge those in to get them out of the way? I wonder. Just didn't quite. Unload that lot in the right spot. So let's try that again. Just sold some trees, as you can see. And let's try hitting the right buttons. Oh, it's the only problem. It just doesn't like unloading them into that trigger. A little bit further out should be fine. Come on. Now it's forgotten that it's an auto load trailer. It's really quite bizarre, actually. Where did my ability to unload it disappear to? I don't know what's going on there. Okay, let's try plan B then. The first load unloaded beautifully. Who knows? So they come off. To clip the trailer on the way past. And as long as they're in the trigger there, come on, get off. That's better. Of course they are. One of those mornings. That's it. Right. Put you out of the way. It's now decided that it wants to talk to Universal Auto Load again. And away we go. I guess we should pop over to the store to that's better. Pop over to the store to get some cash happening. There is a few trips on this field, that's for sure. We get a couple more off the headlands, we might be able to get out. Although I don't really want to be driving across our planter, and I suspect he'll be fairly rapid. It's a pretty good size, the corn planter. There we go, that worked. Just pop over to the store while we're here. Let's get you headed back to load up with some more trees. I don't think there's any equipment on sale that we require. No. Milk tanker we've got is fine. Can't afford the Rubicon, and you take less than the trailer we have, so that's the only guy that would be mildly interesting. But we tend to use our manure to make fertilizer, so I'm not sure that that's the way to go. One more we need. It just doesn't want to put them over there. Come on. Well, in you go. Excellent. So we'll zip down. All the rest of our crops are looking fairly healthy over there. I think I've got a bale. Yeah, I do. Down the bottom, our truck is back for its next load of trees. So we can pop in there. Chipping away. Now, the other thing to do well, it will depend on funding, I guess. Number one priority is to get some more olive trees. See, when there's plenty of space, they unload beautifully, and it's a very efficient process. Even if it is an obstacle course. So grab 6 off the back. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's jump up to our need you for the minute. This is where we want to be. There's probably not a full load of trees there to stick in. Let's see, how many are we going to end up with? No, not enough. There was a few more waiting to spawn, but still not going to be enough. What's happening on this side? That is aloe vera, I believe it is. And we'll get another aloe vera plant. Pop you in there. And we just need a bag, which we don't have handy, for the bamboo. G'day, Jason. Welcome along. No problem with being AFK. That is perfectly fine. It's a bit quiet. The folks in the UK are probably still recovering from the hot week last week and have decided that while the weather's warm, early mornings are better for them than evenings, I suspect, which is perfectly understandable. Now, where am I? I am over here. The last one I wanted, right. And where do we go? So there's only a few more trips to get these off here. Yes, it's blocked, isn't it? And put those in there. Right. Done, 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 done. Back for another load. Let's see if we can get this one that I keep missing on the way past. That's better. Probably getting close to the point where I could start that feeder off. We'll see. There's about four more trips. Let's be patient. What we haven't done this morning is check on the pigs. What sort of state are they in before we get too far? Because we do want to sell a bunch of those. Let's have a look. And if they've run out of food again, at the meatworks, we have a bunch that we want to move along, don't we? We've got 20 and 5 that are going to breed. Oh no, they're just going to reach puberty. So we've only got 20 we can sell over there. What about in the extension yard? The extension yard ran out of food again. So we've got to fix that before we can sell anything out of there. And the main sty are all too young. So we're just going to put some food in the extension yard, which we can deal with shortly. So we have many pigs, but not a lot that are quite ready for sale. I suppose there's a few there. I will be intrigued to see after this harvest season whether that we've generated enough crops to keep the pigs reliably fed and therefore manage the stocking levels a bit more efficiently. Oh, actually, what we could do with one lot of these bales is I suspect our sheep will have eaten through what they had, so we might as well pop that. I've been waiting for one and we just haven't seen one. It's also the first time on here that we've made bales at in any quantity because we just had lots of grass. But there's no question that a bigger bale trailer would be the order of the day. Why not? This is being very temperamental in terms of whether it's going to let me unload or not. Oops. And I do not know why. Oh, there we go. So now it thinks the bales are actually... Let's turn off auto bale mode. Ah, that's better. That's what I was trying to do. See, that works a treat. How much food have we got in there? We could bring another one of those up, which would be a good plan. We're actually at the point on here where we need a few things, or it's kind of time to look at upgrading a little bit. But the decision we made was to go with the olives, which kind of then deferred. That's novel. Oh, okay. Don't know what you did there. I somehow managed to select a worker which kicked me out briefly. Don't know what I was doing. Welcome along, whoever's just popped in. Nice to have you with us today. Thanks for joining. Just tidying some bales off this field so that we can get the corn planting started. Jason is lurking in the background, I suspect, as he gets himself organised for and off to work. He may already be at work. Let's take this lot up. I'm too close now. Beautiful. Almost somewhat sophisticated backing off demonstrated. Right, so g'day. Now let me try with this name. Bogus Zarisky would be the best pronunciation I can manage. Apologise if I have mangled your name. Welcome along. Very good to see you. Glad you could join us. We are just... You're from Poland. Well, that's excellent. I will get a little bit close to you in a couple of months' time. We are visiting Slovakia, Slovenia, and the Czech Republic, so almost in your neck of the woods. I've not Not been to Poland. My sister has. And this trip that we're planning, not enough time to visit on this occasion. Oh, I suppose I could just drop these in the trigger. They won't all fit. Well, if you haven't been here before, I'm in Australia, where it is just coming up on 7:30 on Tuesday morning. What are we doing here? Let's try that. Yeah, while we're here, let's load those on. Because then we can pop them around the corner. We'll bump them into the trigger a bit later on. One thing I did learn about universal auto load yesterday is that it's possible to have a per item fee to simulate the wages of a worker doing the loading. I haven't decided to activate that anywhere, but it's an interesting little feature. Rightio, we've almost got these. One more. There'll be one left behind by the looks. Oh no, we'll fit them all. Beautiful. That didn't take too long. So now we can get on with putting our corn in the ground. Have you been to our little operation here at Newlands before, Bogus? Bump them in. Right, that's that job done. How much horsepower do I need to run this planter? $150, beautiful. So you'll run fine on the John Deere. Yes, I've very much got in the habit of putting a forklift at the store or you know, simulating some sort of mechanism, although I don't tend to associate a fee with it. So if you, I don't know if you realize, if you, after you've bought your forklift, if you go in and change it to ownership farm 0, it won't appear on your equipment list, but you can still use it. And so I use that mechanism for that sort of equipment. The forklift that's on the Oaks and the forklift that's on the Oaks, the delivery truck that's on the Oaks, and the loader that's at the shop all have that, are all set up that way. What am I doing here? Don't want fertilizer. I want to change you to plant corn. Excellent. Oh, that's the other thing we've got to do. we need to define a field. So I've got to get out of there. Then I want to delete custom fields. Yes. And delete custom fields. Delete custom field. Right. Then I want to draw a custom field from here. Let's try and map that as closely as we can up that edge, so that we don't spend too much time editing it. Now, I want to come at least to here. And the reason I left that strip of grass is I do want to put another shed across. I'm just going to use that as my guide and assume that's where I'm going to put my shed. That looks pretty good. So we'll save that. Yes. How big is it? 14 acres. Okay. Now, let's have a look at it and see what we've done. Let's do that. Let's see how good a job we've done of actually getting it sort of representing the boundary, not too flash over here. Given that it's going to be here for a while, I think it's worth taking a minute to get it sort of mapped in properly. We can live with that. We've got a tree we need to move over there. That'll work. Now, rightio. Blast of Arctic air. That would suggest my son has just walked in the back door. I reckon we can delete. Now, what do we got here? Got a little bit close to the road there by the looks. Let's see if we can move a bunch of them. That looks about right. Not too bad. I'm happy with that line across there because of what I want to put on it. Just bring you down here. That kind of works. Pull you in from the corner a little. We could do you and good afternoon, Mr. Salter. Welcome. I'm just getting set to hopefully plant some corn. Let's unfold you, pop you back there. And I think I will pop you on course play just because I've gone to the trouble of defining the field. So let's have a look. That field looks pretty, almost pretty good, but it hasn't. Prefer custom fields activated. Let's see, is that better? That's better. That's the one I want. Center sharp, 3 headlands. Yeah, that'll be all right. What's that look like? That's actually a pretty good course. I like that. So let's start that off. How's your week commenced, Bruce? While we're here, let's rename that to corn. Jason's mainly lurking in the background there, and Bogus was with us for a moment, although it's pretty late in Poland, so he may well have wandered off. Let's just put a few more of these trees in. What's happening over here? What we probably need to do now is finish tidying this mess up. We're just bumping all of these. Actually, if I go, I should be able to more successfully bump them. You would think. That's better. I bump them incidentally. I can't move them at all, but no, sorry, I moved them a mile, but when I wanted to push them, they're actually difficult to move. But we're getting him there. Come on. Beautiful. Job done. Leave that trailer there for the moment. Sounds very cool, Bruce. LS45 and a Type 7 drill for soybeans. Okay. So you had a good day. Now, where am I heading? Where am I heading? Where am I heading? I'm heading the wrong way, I think. What do we need? The pigs in the extension yard, which are the ones we want to sell, are just out of food. So we need concentrate and protein. Okay. Because we've got to get them back to full health before we can transport them to the meatworks. Pig food's down here somewhere. Like a pig food. That's the one we want. So were you helping him plant, or were you just having a bit of fun with his gear? Oops. Let's try getting in the trigger, shall we? We'll need a couple of those, I'm guessing. But we'll get some brewer's grain from the bottom first. Right. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Goodness, yeah, we're almost in July, aren't we? So the crop's looking good. Is it going to be a good season? And I guess the other question that springs to mind is when will you plant? Oh, sorry, when will you harvest? Or when do you expect to harvest? What am I doing here? I want to go there, and I want to do that. And so, yeah, we'll do another one of each of those, which should help. In an hour or so, they'll be back to full health. Right. So, have you got access to water, or are you a bit stuck? That makes it tough. But also quite similar to lots of parts of Australia. There is irrigation in some locations, but there are plenty without. Now, let's back you up a little bit. Go get one more of brewer's grain. I would imagine that would get very stressful. Kind of waking up each day wondering what the weather's going to bring. Now, so that should have the pigs in good shape. Why does that not look like it's drilling properly? Let's just go over there and check. It doesn't look like it's managed to successfully unfold the planter. Oh no. It was just the angle. And maybe the shading at a distance not looking the way it should. That looks like it's coming along nicely. Will require weeding, no fertilizer, which we can deal with when it strikes. But certainly water is one aspect that I'd really like them to add to the game. It doesn't have to be a super complex implementation, just the concept that, you know, when it rains, you actually get a quantity of Yep, I understand that. My father has been, he's not a farmer, but he's been operating in project mode the last few years because that's kind of how he's decided to keep himself busy. He made a violin. He doesn't play any musical instruments. He just thought it would be a cool thing to make. And he did a sufficiently good job at it that the local instrument shop actually gave him a case for it. So that was pretty impressive. He then made a penny farthing, which is a 19th century bicycle of sorts. Now, where am I trying to go? He then made a rocking chair for my wife, which has pride of place on our porch, which is lovely. I feel like I've missed something. But yeah, so he's just sort of keeps taking on all these different sorts of projects, teach himself new things, and keep the mind and the hands active. Arthritis is starting to slow him down a little bit, but he's still pretty keen. Yeah, he's not too bad. He's patient. He's not too bad. He's much better than me. He's quite patient, although these days it's quite interesting. He tends to go at things at a bit as a bull at a gate and then makes a mistake that he's not happy with. So he ends up redoing bits quite a few times, which is just interesting to watch. He would never have, it wouldn't have taken that path in the past. Right, slurry is out for the minute. Wood chips are full. And there's plenty stored up. Seeds are okay. Fertilizer needs distribution. Right. So let's do that. But yes, coming back to water, water. I don't want a super complex implementation of water, but just something that kind of gives you a moisture level in the ground, and then when it rains, it tops it up. And if you've got a water source on your farm, you can supplement, and that there's some correlation between the moisture content of the ground and the yield that you get. And then introduce things like pivots to the game to give you the means to vary it. Right, so there is some fertilizer. Probably going to struggle to get that between. I usually use the little one for this job. Where's that trigger? It's down there somewhere. Tip side right, that won't work. Why are you only showing me the tip side for that? Why can't I get the tip for the trailer? The Unimog's just not behaving itself today. There it is. That is going to mean, I reckon, that I'm going to struggle to tip in the other spots. Yeah. Okay, let's stop doing this. This is not a successful undertaking. Let's do it this way. Oh, the trigger on the back of this trail is, oops, there it is. Bit sensitive. Now, so we'll pop that in there and take the trailer back and then just use the Unimog to transfer a couple of loads across. Just leave a manure trailer there. Be nice if you could have a setting on silos so that they didn't give you the ability to unload things that there's no quantity of. How have I got 24,000 litres of manure in there? Unless it's picking that lot up from over there. Josh, it must have a big radius if it is. Let's see here. Can I get into that end one? There we go. That works better. He was just about out. So that's good timing. It'll take all of that, I would have thought. It does. So we'll do one more. Get off there. Thank you. One more of those. Now that we've kicked over, how we're out. Oh, they only got 10% of their health back, bugger. Means we're going to have a problem over there, aren't we? Yes, we are. Rightio, that's that one full. And this one. 40 litres. Can we get 40 litres in? What was it? 2 over. Is that the one? I can't remember. Come on. Got 3 litres in there. There we go. There's the emptied out. Let him shut. Come on. Right. So they're all good. Now what we want to do is take, what's the beet pulp? Don't think I've got any beet pulp in the sugar mill, but always pays to check. We've got plenty of sugar, which we can check the price of. We do have a dribble there. Dribble being the operative word. So what we can think what we'll do as well. Oh, looks like, what's he doing? Looks like he's run out of seed in the corn. So we'll fix that before we go. We'll do a load over to the pig fattening yard. Put some brewer's grain in there. That's going to take a little while to fill, but it's okay. We'll wait for it. Good opportunity to have a rest. Welcome along, whoever's might have had a couple that have popped in that are lurking in the background. Great to have you along. Hope your week is going well. So we can get a little bit of beet pulp in there as well. Right. You can sit. Get off there. That's better. We're just planting the corn and stocking up a little feed for the pigs so we can sell a few. Corn planting is going quite well, although we have just run out. And we need to open all of those. Let's see if we can find the trigger on our seed. Try and line it up, give ourselves a chance. That pile of snow just won't melt. Where is the trigger? Start filling, it says. Always the interesting part of this process. Maybe I've got to put it on the ground. I can never remember how I've got to fill this. There we go. Beautiful. Patience pays off. Welcome along, whoever's just popped in. Good to see you. We've got quite a few folks that are having to lurk today from their locations. Oops, let's pick you up off the floor. We are just putting our corn in, as you can see. And that should just about line itself up from there. There'll be one little bit that's missed. I can come back and sort that out after. Now, where were we heading? We were heading over to the pigs with some feed. Jason Rowe. The other Jason is indeed lurking in the background. I believe he's either at work or on his way to work. He did warn me he would be primarily a worker. A lurker, I should say. Now, we need to feed up the pigs that we've got in the extension yard because, not the extension yard, the fattening yard, because they've run out of food and I can't sell them until they get back to 100% health. So I thought there would be enough food for them. I was incorrect. But that's okay. Yes, a lot of people in that situation these days. Let's see. Which vehicle do we want? We want you, and we want you to drop some feed in there. And I'll give you some beet pulp. And so some brewer's grain next. Ah. Oh, well, good that they kept you on when they, or were able to keep you on when they moved. Come on, where's that trigger? Really? No, just select the right implement still. Now, fattening. Right, so they should be back to full health fairly quickly, and then we can sell 20 of them. What's the deal over here in the product sales stamp situation? So we got a bag with pork in it. We got pork here. That looks like pork. It looks like there's a little bit of pork queued up inside. Whoops. It's gelatin. And I've made a mess. There we go. So what we might do, while we're here, is run down to the butcher. Sell the pork. $3,500. There'll be a couple of dollars in that lot. Still not quite enough though to get our olives, or our second. We need about 140 for the second half of the olive grove. Be the second half for this year. It's probably a quarter of what we want ultimately. There's one of those right there. So what we'll do, turn you that way, so I can get you on. That'll do. Because we actually need one of you back at the ranch. Oh, well, you can stay there then. Why won't that load now? Unloaded it quite happily. Maybe I've got to go left shift O. Let's try that. Huh. Why won't that load? Oh, because it's not full. Loading filter any. Thank you. Now you'll load. Perfect. Now we can auto load those. Take you off there. Beautiful. Let's just check the meatworks. Somewhere up here. There we go. We still getting a bit low, but there's plenty of stuff in there for producing. So we'll let that run. Leave you. Go and grab the other trailer. And we can send a tractor over with the pigs that we want to sell shortly. No worries, Jason. Thanks for joining us as a lurker. Have a good one. See you later in the week, maybe. So we'll stop off and throw that transport pellet in the back. Wonder if we should buy another one actually, because I think we're actually one. Oh, we might have one at the. That'll do. We've probably got one. Let's just skirt the roundabout the wrong way just because we can. Managed to upset the camera by the looks. Yes, I have. Is there one in there? Yeah, there is at the back. Okay. Not sure that we'll worry a bit too much about him. Looks like we're making good progress on the corn. Don't know why that camera is misbehaving. Wonder if we've got some milk there to sell as well. We could have. We'll have a look at our selling situation in just a second. let's see. Now you need to come out of there and drop into that situation where we need all these funky little bits of bamboo to load there. Right. That's the bamboo pallet loaded. Those are all cooking along. Let's have a look at the state of stores. We have got a little bit of sugar beet cut. Plenty of grass for the moment. We might as well sell the fabric because it won't be up at a good price for another year. So we could do that. Honey. Yeah, we'll wait for the honey. We've got plenty of maize silage if we need some cash. And that gelatin over at the meatworks is worth a few dollars, so it's probably worth dropping that down to the sell point as well. What about sugar? Sugar's up near the best price, so we should definitely do a trailer of pallet of sugar across. So what I think we'll do is drop you off here. And then leave you for the minute. Take that last pallet of trees there. And then we can send you off with whatever you've got. And when you get back, we'll do some sugar with you, I think. So you need to go to there. And then we can go and check on our corn seeding operation. Because we probably want to get the roller out, I suspect. Not quite. What's he like for seed? He's on the headlands. 2 headlands, he's not going to have enough. So we might as well fill him up with seed when he gets up to the corner here, because 190 litres isn't going to do 2 headlands, I'm tipping. Could also do with some fuel by the looks. But we can probably wait for the fuel. Just wait till you get established on your headland there. And right, stop you there. Looks like you missed a couple of bits across here, so we'll zip around and deal with those. While we're here. Sold you up for a sec. You'll probably only be just folded by the time we get there. Lovely. I think we'll have enough fuel to finish, so we'll fuel up the tractor afterwards. No need to take the planter all the way across to the fuel tank. A bit better lined up this time. Perfect timing. Yeah. Zip in here, drop these trees. Bit more cash. Oh, milk was the other thing we were going to check, wasn't it? No, I wanted to send you to sugar load. And oops, let's try the right key. Milk, 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 milk. We have got buckets of milk. Literally. So we need to be selling the milk. Which means we want this tractor. No, I don't want you on. Take you off. Drop the bucket off. Right. And you can go to, let's put you down just a little bit. Dairy unload milk would be a good choice. I'll jump on board with you. $106,000 is not doing too bad. We'll get pretty close to the money we need, I think, for the olives. You're going to pick them up off the bottom, or are you going to be annoying? It's just a height issue. Close. We had plenty of molasses there as well, so we'll put the molasses down the end. That's all he wants. Okay, right. Now, where did we decide the best place to sell sugar was? At Max's. That'll work. Where are we here? Bakery. I'm sure I've got a sell point for Max. There is. These pigs are getting close to the point we can shift them. Close. Next hour. They should be fine. Cows are all right for food at present. Overflowing with slurry. They're not overflowing with slurry either, but they do need bulk food. Okay. Oh. Come on, straighten up. That's better. That should help. Now, is there other man at Max's? You're at the milk place, but you didn't unload. Oh, because I only told you to drive here. That would do it. We could probably think about buying the dairy at some point here. He's coming along nicely. We've got a couple of spots there to sort out by the looks. And our sugar man, let's see how he goes here. Worst sell point on the map. Trying to back in here. There we go. She's being very careful backing in there, but I suppose it's doing the job. Shouldn't complain too loudly. We top the cash back up, which is good. Oh, you've actually finished. Let's go back to sugar load and just see how much sugar you've actually got. Oh, we've got plenty of sugar, so we should sell some more. So that should mean the pigs have got enough for the minute. The sheeps are happy, and we were going to sell that fabric, weren't we? Let's do that. Pump those bits of wool in. There's 3 pallets of fabric there. Which should fit comfortably in the back of the truck. Right. So then if we go to the market, you can go to there. You can refill. Go back to the dairy to unload the milk. And we can just check. Actually got all the bits we want on the field. Like, why did you not? What are you not doing? I did turn you on. Let's try that again. That's better. Let's pick you up. And there was a spot over there. Just some little spots that'll annoy me if I don't grab. There's another one in the middle of the field. And there will be one at that far corner by the looks. But all in all, did a pretty good job. It's all right. I don't mind the smooth corner there. Okay, so it looks like we've got to strip up this side. It's like a situation where he just picks up just a fraction earlier than needed to make the coursework. So what I think we'll go and sell that fabric. Got to remember where the sell point is, of course. Just that one spot in the middle by the looks. Excellent. Well, that's our corn done. Hey, Pleasant View, thank you very much for popping in and saying hi and mashing the button. It's we've got a few lurkers today. People are at work or otherwise engaged, which is entirely wonderful. So it's a little bit quiet, but we're getting some stuff done. Now we can leave you because I want to wash you and put you away a bit later. Let's jump over. You need some more. Let's unload you because I want you to grab the sugar, not. So that'll happen. And we go to the other one. I'm real good. I hope you have a good one as well, mate. It is the time of year that your summer should be. You'll be starting to think about 4th of July and all those sorts of things. Why can't I unload there? Let's try backing up into the sell point. That'll be better. He's unloaded, so you can go back to Mainyard Park. Where's the milk tank park? There it is. Right. It'll be time to head out and stock up on all your mid-year explosives, Pleasant View. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the vehicle. It's hiding over here. Yeah, the fabric sell point. Somewhere around the end here, I think. Can't remember if I can sell out of the back of this truck or not. We'll find out in a tick. I can. Wunderbar. There we go. There's the other one. And that gives us, I reckon, pretty close to the money that we need to be putting the olives in, which was the plan. So that's good. So we'll send you home. You can go back to the Mainyard Park. Let's jump out of there, go into this mode, and head across to our olive grove. I'm probably doing that the hard way, but that's how it works. Right, so olives. We want production orchards olives. Yeah. Would be sensible if they were parallel to them, wouldn't it? We do that lot. I did that. They're going to move on me, aren't they? Well, let's just put them down the way we want them. That'll do. Ah, that didn't snap. What are you colliding with? What on earth are you colliding with? It's very odd. Very strange. How can there be a collision there? There isn't anything to collide with. Very odd. Yep, there's something in the middle of the field. Right where there's a gap there. Have to figure that out. We'll leave a gap for now. What do we got there? 4. Where is that? Is it the same collision? Would appear so. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want one more. Am I going to have enough? I might just have enough because we didn't do that little spot in the center. If not, we'll need to send something else to be sold. No, we don't. There we go. So we need to turn those off. And to find... Oh, we'll sell some more sugar. That's what will be that. What is... Oh, it's this. It's running. Where's our man at the sugar? We've had a outpouring of molasses. That's probably quite a messy proposition. Right, you now should be able to load. Oh, you can't load you on there, can I? Your tray's not big enough. You idiot. Makes it so complicated. That's going to be close enough. Right. Back to Max's. And that'll give us the sugar that we need. The money that we need just to finish that grove of olives. Oh, that's pretty good. No worries, Jason. Yeah, it was pretty brisk for Melbourne here this morning when I woke up, that's for sure. It's, good luck with it outside. So there we go. Now I reckon if we landscape ourselves another V and paint dirt I want that width. Down there. That'll do. I can't for the life of me see what we're dealing with in the middle of that. Looks like I'll have to get into GE and try and find it. What's the coordinates? It's not obvious, whatever it is. So the coordinates there are 1679, 383. Let's just write that down. 1679, 383. Right you are. So we just need a fraction more cash. We can plant the last and that'll be a good day's work, I think. You're almost there. So you should be able to get in on your own. Let's give you a wash. Tidy all of that up. Okay. Let's park you through there, I think. Will work nicely. Go up and get some fuel. Then come back and get the rollers on that corn and roll it in. Sold some. That should be enough to get the last of those olives. There's only a little tiny strip to go. Let's just duck over there and do that. Production, orchards, olives. That's what we want. Lovely. It just doesn't want to. Very odd. Okay, never mind. We've got quite a few there. It'd be really nice if we get enough money in June to be able to put a third lot in, but that's the minimum I wanted to have for the first year, so that's fine. Those trees got kind of large there, didn't they? And we want to go down. Well, welcome along, whoever's just popped in. You've arrived right when I was just wrapping things up. So thank you very much for calling in, but I'm going to have to leave. You'll have to catch up on replay. And what have we got here? That looks like The rollers are at the back on this side. So that might do us there. Thank you everyone very much for watching. It's appreciated as always. Stay safe until next time. Have fun. See ya.